Hi, it's Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. I make videos about books. Please hit the subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow. Today is a book haul. If you've watched my book hauls recently, you will know that when I obtain a book, I put them over here on a bookshelf and forget about them until I film a book haul several weeks or months later. I think my last book haul was probably 2 months ago, so these are books that I have acquired over the past 2 months, and there are a lot of them, and I was picking them up and putting them next to me, and I was like, I don't remember buying this. So we're going through this experience really together because I don't remember what I bought from 2 months ago. So as usual, I don't know a lot about these books. I buy books based off of vibes only, so we'll go through them together and I hope you enjoy. So let's go. The first one is Red Dragon by Thomas Harris. This is the first in a series. I am doing a Paperbacks from Hell series. I got this because it was $2 on Amazon, and I am going to listen to the audiobook, which is 3 hours, and I don't think that's right. So I have to probably find the unabridged audiobook and go from there. But I want to read the whole series. I was going to start with Hannibal, but that didn't make any sense, so that's what we're doing. The next one is Just My Type by Fallon Ballard. I said that right. I read Lease on Love for the Alphabet Project not that long ago and absolutely loved it, and actually didn't even know that she had another book coming out. So when I saw this at Target, look where they placed it. I'm gonna have to get that off. I was super excited that she had another book out, and I cannot wait to read this. I absolutely love Lease on Love. It was Friends to Lovers and it was Slow Burn, which are like two of the tropes that don't really work for me, but Fallon Ballard made it work for me, so I'm very excited about that. The next one is Loathe You to Love You by Ali Hazelwood. This is her, I think it's 3 novellas, Bind It Up. And I am also super excited about this. Look where they put the sticker on, like they couldn't put it like right here. Anyway, I'm very excited about this. I have loved both of Ali Hazelwood's books. My friend Lexi from Books with Lexi has read or listened to these novellas on audiobook, and I did not like them at all, but I am still very hopeful about them, and I just absolutely love this little bind up. Next is Suffer the Children by John Saul. Castman got me this for Women's History Month, and he got me a book by a man for Women's History Month, but that's fine. Still learning. But I'm very excited about this. I am trying to collect as many paperbacks from hell as I can, and I have heard great things about John Saul, so I'm very excited about this. Next one is another John Saul, and I got this on Pango, and that is the homing author of The Guardian. He's one of those that has a million paperbacks from hell, so like I don't even know where to start. I am reading one of his for my Paperbacks from Hell project, and it's not either of these, so we will see. The next one is from Aardvark Book Box. I really like Aardvark Book Box. I did a whole video about that. I will put it up above, and I just feel like they focus on lesser known books, which I really like, but I actually had this one on my radar, which was very exciting when I saw it on Aardvark, and that is The Sweet Spot by Amy Popel. I don't believe that I have read from this author before, but this is a romance and the cover got me, so like this had been on my radar, and I was super excited that Aardvark had it because I feel like they do a lot of different genres but just do it with lesser known books, which I really appreciate. The next one is The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey. This was recommended to me personally by someone on Book Talk because I was talking about getting into sci-fi, and they asked if I liked dystopian, and I said, of course I do. So I am super excited to read this. This is not the first time that this has been recommended to me, but this is the first time that I took it seriously because I am really starting to get into sci-fi. So I am super excited about this. The next one is Good in Bed by Jennifer Weiner. This was also recommended to me. This is what is considered like a modern classic and one of like the romance greats, and I have not read it. I do know that it was a little controversial when it came out, and I think that's what really makes me interested in it because I love a good controversy. So I want to see like why. So we'll see. The next couple I got from my local, I don't know actually, but the next one I got, I'm so excited about because I love this author's debut so much, and I was upset that Book of the Month didn't have the second one, but that is Something Wild and Wonderful by Anita Kelly. Anita Kelly wrote Love and Other Disasters, which I absolutely loved last year. It was my first Book of the Month that I had gotten in like years, and I was obsessed with it. So that's like what really got me back into Book of the Month. So that's why I was so upset that they didn't have this one. But this is actually, I believe, a continuation onto Love and Other Disasters with some of the characters from that. I could be wrong, but it does say number 2. So we will see. I know that Nat from Nerdy Nat Reads recently read this and really, really liked it. And I always trust Nat, so yeah. The next one is Crossroads by Laurel Hightower. This is a horror novella. I am so excited about this. I have heard really good things, and I am aware of the trigger warnings for this one and still felt like comfortable enough to pick it up. But I am hoping to read this soon, probably for Halloween, which is not soon, but either way, I am very excited about this. The next one is Happiness for Beginners by Catherine Center. So I've only read one Catherine Center, which was The Bodyguard, and it wasn't my favorite because in my opinion, it was written like a Gilmore Girls episode, and the reason I don't like Gilmore Girls is the dialogue, so it really tripped me out. But I don't want to give up on Catherine Center because I have heard so many good things about her books, and like they should be books that I enjoy. So I am giving Catherine Center a second chance, and she has so many books. So yeah, I believe I got this on Book Outlet. The next one is The Romantic Agenda by Claire Kahn. So I had Claire Kahn's YA debut and never read it because I got it and then swiftly was getting out of YA. But I believe that this is Claire Kahn's adult debut romance, and I'm very excited about this. And I believe that the main character is asexual, just like the main character in her YA debut was asexual, and I'm really interested in that in a romance. The next one is The Lost Ticket by Freya Sampson. I got this for the cover only. This was a cover by, I believe that this is a romance, but I absolutely could be wrong, and I don't even care because this cover is so beautiful. So yeah, that's just how it goes. The next one is Bet on It by Jody Slaughter. I have not read anything by this author before. I don't believe this is the author's debut, but this was another cover buy. I really like romance cover buys. Like, that is just how it goes. If a romance is beautiful, I will probably buy it because I'm just hoping that the inside is beautiful as well. Next is a book that is completely out of my comfort zone, but that is A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I have not read anything by this author before, but this was recommended to me by a bookseller at my local indie because I said I was slowly but surely getting into sci-fi, and said that I really liked Emily St. John Mandel, and they recommended me this one. So we will see. I feel like this is one that could sit on my shelf for a long time, so I'm hoping to find a video to put it in, so that is not the case. So we will see. The next one is Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier. This is, listen, last year I became obsessed with Jennifer Hillier because of Katrina from Katrina Brown. We were on Sprints one night and she mentioned Jar of Hearts by Jennifer Hillier, and I picked it up almost right away. Not even for a video, just because Katrina recommended it, and absolutely became obsessed with it. It was my second favorite book of the year. Just absolutely loved it. So now I will be reading almost literally everything by Jennifer Hillier, and I got this on Pango. Next was a book that was recommended to me by Bree from Four Paws in a Book, and that is The Collective by Allison Galen. She actually read this for her Rainbow project, which I will link above, and she was like, have you read The Collective? And I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And then I got it on Pango for $2 because I'm easily influenced. But if Bree is recommending me a book, I will probably like it. I trust Bree, so very excited for this. I think it is feminist, which I think is why she recommended it to me, so yeah. Next was a gift. A couple weeks ago, I was super sick and wasn't on sprints at all, and Kaylee gave me a book off of my wish list, and that is Flawless by Elsie Silver. I actually just read this for my 12 and 12 project part 1 and loved it so much that I needed the physical copy, and Kaylee bought it for me just because she knew that I was really sick that week. So thank you so much, Kaylee. I love this book so much. I am now into cowboys because of this book. I need this. I have the second one, Heartless, already on audiobook, and obviously I have it out from KU and I will be reading it as soon as humanly possible, and I just absolutely loved this book. It's so good. Like, I have not heard one bad thing about this book. Like, that's how good it is. The next book is the last book in a series that I have been reading, and I have loved both of the books that I have read from the series, so I needed the last one, and that's For You and No One Else by Ronnie Lauren. I almost said Ronnie Lauren. I absolutely love the other books. The first one made me cry. The second one maybe also made me cry. I read it for Rom-Comathon and like absolutely flew through it, read it in less than one day. But these books just have a hold on me that I cannot explain. So I'm hoping that I can buddy read this one with Nat because we have buddy read the other two together. So love this series, very underrated. Super, super underrated series. The next one is Voices in the Snow by Darcy Coates. I have actually already read this, and it's another one that I loved so much that I needed the physical copy. So if you have not read this, or if you haven't read Darcy Coates yet, I absolutely 100% need you to do that, especially this one, because this one had one of the best twists that I had ever read. I think I gasped out loud when I hit that twist. But this is a horror romance, and I absolutely loved it. And I normally, when I read a horror, don't really want the romance, but the romance was really important in this one, so I absolutely recommend this one for you. And then of course, I got the second one, which is Secrets in the Dark. I have not read it yet. This is a big book. It is. I got it in the mail and I was like, what have I done? I need the audiobook for this one, I think, so I'm waiting for more credits, and I just like need to sit down and wait for it, but I'm absolutely obsessed with Darcy Coates, and this is a 4-book series, so I'm waiting kinda to finish this one to get the other two, but I'll probably get the other two soon. The next one is Heard It in a Love Song by Tracy Garvis Graves. I read The Island by Tracy Garvis Graves for my first ever Smuttathon, which was in 2018, I think, and absolutely loved it, and have picked up like all of the Tracy Garvis Graves that I have seen since, and haven't picked them up yet. But if she wrote one of my favorite books I have ever read, I'm very excited for this one. So I don't know anything about it. And I also have like The Girl He Used to Know or whatever. I still have to read that. So maybe I'll do an author spotlight video. The next one is one that is way out of my comfort zone, and I'm doing it for a way out of my comfort zone video, and that is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. So this has been recommended to me several times because it's queer. I don't like Greek mythology, which is why it's completely out of my comfort zone. So am I scared? Yes. Do I think I could DNF this? Also yes. So I'm just really nervous for this one. The next one is Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. I have not read from this author. I have another one of her books in this pile. I don't know anything about this, but this was recommended to me by a bookseller, so I got it at Target. But I'm super excited for this. It's definitely out of my comfort zone. I think this is romance, but it's hardcover. So is it literary romance? We'll find out at some point. The next one, I am part of a book club at my local bookstore, and every month we get sent a romance book if you are in the book club. So this was the one for February, I think, and that is The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest. I I think the day before I got this book in the mail, I put it as want to read on Goodreads, and then it came in the mail and I was like, I am amazing. So I'm very excited for this. I have not heard anything about it, but that's what I like about this bookstore is that they send stuff that maybe hadn't really been on my radar. So super excited for this. Look out for the next rom-com-a-thon. Next one is Take the Lead by Alexis Daria. This was also from that bookstore book club. I think this could have been March, who knows. But this is actually Alexis Daria's debut that was republished under her publisher. So super excited about this. Cannot wait, absolutely obsessed with this cover. The next one is Kill Creek by Scott Thomas. I got this physically because honestly, it just left KU and I got this for $4 on Pango, but I know that Katrina had been talking about it for a while and I think she liked this one more than the second one. Either way, I'm really excited for this and I could see this as a Halloween pick or escape the readathon, so we'll see. The next one is The Storied Life of AJ Fickery by Gabrielle Zevin. I just did a video where I read Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow and didn't love it, but I have heard so many good things about this one in particular that I still wanted to give it a try. So we're gonna give it a try. I don't know. Maybe Gabrielle Zevin just isn't for me, but I still have Young Jane Young, so maybe once again I can do an author spotlight video. The next one is Artfully Yours by Joanna Lowell. This author lives in my city and works at the local college here, so she's a local author, and this is her third book in a series, and I wasn't able to go to the launch of this book because I had Booktube obligations that night, but I was able to get it signed by the author and I am so excited for this. I think I'm going to do a historical romance video because I do have several historical romances on my shelf and they scare me. So I wanted to support this author and I just thought that this sounded cute. So we'll see. The next one is When in Rome by Sarah Adams. This is, she wrote the cheat sheet, which I have, which is a closed door romance, which I have not read yet. I also believe that this is another closed door romance. I think I put that in my video. I'll put that video up above. People really like that video. I'm super glad. I don't know anything about this. This was a cover by, and when I recognized the author, I was like, okay, I honestly like closed door romances. Sometimes I don't need all that smut and I just want the love. So yeah. The next one was Lunar Love by Lauren Kung Jensen. This was actually a book of the month pick, but this author came to my local bookstore and I got this one signed as well, so I didn't get it on book of the month because I could get it signed at my local bookstore. I haven't heard anything about this one, it's very flying under the radar, but I'm super excited for this, and this could be another one that I pick up for rom-com-a-thon. The next one is I Have Some Questions for You by Rebecca Mackay. I know that this is a blend of contemporary fiction and thriller, which really intrigued me because I'm super into thrillers right now. It is quite big and that does scare me, but I'm super excited for this one. The next one is also a little bit out of my comfort zone, and that's Sister Maiden Monster by Lucy A. Snyder. But this is a little dystopian sci-fi, which is really something that I'm interested in. And also I got it because it is super short. So, and I love it. Look at this cover. That's why. The next one is Lone Woman from Book of the Month. I usually, when Book of the Month comes out, get thriller and horror, and I think I'm going to do a horror Book of the Month vlog. So stay tuned for that. The next one is also for that out of my comfort zone video, and that's The Atlas 6, once again by Olivia Blake. I got this specifically because my best in real life friend read this for her book club and liked it. And we both don't like fantasy, so I'm intrigued now because she liked it, but I have heard so many mixed things about this one that like it could go either way. But that's why it's for the out of my comfort zone video, which completely makes sense. The next one I got in my local bookstore because of the cover, and that is You Let Me In by Camilla Bruce. I got it because of the cover and because a bookseller that I really like recommended this one, so I'm excited it was in the thriller section. The next one is Greenwich Park by Catherine Faulkner. This was also in the thriller section. I got it because of the cover. I have not heard anything about it, but I think it's a domestic thriller, so we'll see. This next one I have 2 copies of, and I'll tell you why. So let me just show you both of them. So Aardvark had this, and I was super excited that I had it, and then I finally got off the wait list for Illumicrate's Afterlight, and I got my first Afterlight book box. So I think I am going to keep both of these for now. I used to have my Harry Potter books displayed on this bookshelf that you can't see, but I took them down and they're hiding somewhere where I can't see them. And I'm thinking about putting my Afterlight books displayed on this bookshelf. So let me show you the aardvark first. It's for her consideration, which is Sapphic, and I'm so excited about this. I have a couple of other Amy Spalding's books on my shelves. I haven't read them yet, but as soon as I saw that this was Hollywood Sapphic, that was all I needed. Then a couple days ago I got the Illumicrate Afterlight one, which is completely gorgeous. And then look at this, the sprayed edges, like so I think my plan is to actually keep both of them and start displaying my Afterlight ones, because I'm paying all this money for gorgeous books. Like, I don't want to put them just on my basic shelves, and I might as well display them. So that is my plan, but I'm absolutely, like, this is so beautiful. And once again, like this palm tree, I'm so excited I got off the wait list. I think I had been on the wait list for like 6 months. So the next one is also from Aardvark, and that's Big Swiss by Jen Began. I have heard so many good things about this one. This is a little bit out of my comfort zone because it's just literary fiction, but I also got the ALC from Libro FM the same month, so I was like, this was meant to be. I was meant to read Big Swiss, and this is about therapists, and I have a master's degree in counseling, so I'm always interested in stuff like that, so we will see. The next one, I think my friend Dawn in the Discord for me and Lexi was like, this book is $3 right now, and I was like, I will absolutely get that. And that is The Summer Place, once again, by Jennifer Weiner. I think I read Big Summer by this author, and that was nuts. That book went like straight out of left field. So super excited for this. It looks like a summer book. I'm going to visit my parents at the beach in June, so I'm just gonna take this book and hang out. The next one is The Return by Rachel Harrison. I got this because I absolutely loved Cackle when I read it for Halloween, and that was Erin from Erin Megan's pick, and I just absolutely loved it, and I need to read everything by Rachel Harrison, and she has a new book coming out this year, and I am just pumped. I am obsessed with Rachel Harrison. I'm obsessed with Cackle. Go read Cackle. This next one is the April pick for my bookstore's book club, and that is Anna Maria and the Fox. This was actually a book of the month pick, and I skipped it, and then the next day I got an email that this was the pick. So this is another historical fiction. So historical romance. So we will see. It wasn't something I was completely interested in for book of the month, but since I got it, I will try it maybe for that historical romance vlog. The next one is House of Shadows by Darcy Coates. I'm just like, Darcy Coates has so many books, but I'm absolutely obsessed with her, and I just like need to collect all of her books, which are so many fucking books. The next one was a gift from my friend Jack from Jack and the Book Stack. She randomly messaged me. She's like, have you heard of this book? And I was like, I have not heard of this book. And she was like, put it on your wish list and I'll buy it for you. So she bought it for me. I got it the next day. So thank you so much, Jack. And that is The Book of the Most Precious Substance by Sarah Gran. I have heard of Sarah Gran, but haven't read anything by them. But apparently this is like a romance thriller, and it is indie. So I am thinking about reading it this month for Ramathon because it can be the hybrid, and I am super excited about this, and I can't wait to talk about it with Jack. So thank you so much, Jack. That was so nice. And then my last book is also a little bit out of my comfort zone, but Riley from Riley Marie did a video recently where she got recommendations from people, and this one recommendation was from Sarah Without an H, and Riley cried, and this is her favorite book of the year so far, and it was her first book of the year, and that like really intrigued me, and I immediately needed to get it, and I already have the audiobook and I am trying to figure out what video to put it in. So we'll see. But that is The World Gives Way by Marissa Levin. Riley and Sarah, honestly, just made this sound so good. So now I need to read it and have a good cry, apparently. So yeah. So that's all the books that I have hauled in the last 2 months, which is a lot. I am not going to unjustify my book buying. I love buying books. I love reading books. So let me know if there are any books you want to see in a particular video. I have ideas, but I just need guidance. So thank you so much for watching my video. See you in my next one. Bye!
Losing time, I'm fading fast.